my ex-husband's house, I saw my daughter's back fully covered in red ink. His girlfriend laughed. It's just a few tattoos. I took one look at her and said, I'm so glad you did this. I pick Kay up every other Sunday at 6 p.m. from Jacques' house. But last week when I knocked, Kay didn't run to the door like she usually does. I found her in the living room wearing Jacques' oversized hoodie, facing away from me. Cassie, Jacques' girlfriend, stood there grinning. We had some girl time at my shop. Kay twisted away when I tried to hug her. Something was very wrong. Take off your hoodie, sweetie, I said. She shook her head, tears starting. Cassie laughed. Show your mom your surprise. When Kay wouldn't move, Cassie herself yanked the hoodie up. There it was. 3 Yakuza symbol tattoos running down my 9-year-old daughter's back. Black, green, and red ink, still covered in plastic wrap. The skin was angry and red underneath. Cassie's always been trying to be the cool stepmom. She owns a tattoo parlor downtown, keeps buying Kay crop tops, bra padding, and low-cut jeans, teaching her to wear makeup. Jacques thinks it's harmless, but this crossed every line. She said she wanted to be tough like in the movies, Cassie said. It means she's a warrior now. She showed me her phone proudly. It was a video of Kay crying, trying to pull away from the tattoo table while Jacques held her shoulders and Cassie worked the needle. Stop being such a baby. These symbols mean you're strong. Kay's voice in the video, begging. I don't want to be strong. I want to go home. It hurts. Please, Cassie. But Cassie was laughing. Pain only makes you stronger. She deliberately pressed her needle harder. Drawer louder screams from Kay. I scooped Kay into my arms immediately. She sobbed into my shoulder. Jacques suddenly appeared from the kitchen, beer in hand. Why are you being dramatic again? You call your girlfriend tattooing Yakuza symbols on our 9-year-old daughter dramatic? I shot back. He just shrugged. They're just some Japanese symbols. She watches that anime stuff anyway. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Do you know what these symbols mean? They're gang markings. You let her put gang markings on our child. Jacques rolled his eyes. You're being racist. It's just Asian art. It's body modification of a minor. It's assault. I headed for the door. Cassie blocked my path. You can't just take her. It's still Jacques' custody time for another 30 minutes. Watch me. Jacques grabbed my arm. You're overreacting, like always. This is why we divorced. I scoffed at him. No, we divorced because you're a worthless father who lets his girlfriend assault our child. I pushed past them to my car, Kay clinging to me. Cassie followed, shouting. She wanted it. She begged for it. I looked right at her. I don't care. Oh, and by the way, I transformed my face into a smile. I'm so glad you did this. Cassie's face changed immediately. Wait, what? What do you mean you're glad I did this? You were just mad about it a second ago? I know. See you later. I drove off without saying another word, leaving Jacques and Cassie absolutely panicking. Their texts flooded in before I even got home. What do you mean you're happy? Why are you glad? But I didn't respond. Seeing their panic, I turned my phone off and just let them spiral. I researched online about all the best ways to heal tattoos, what to do to decrease visibility, and held Kay while she cried. All the meanwhile, my phone was now blowing up with my extended family, everyone begging me to tell them what I meant when I said I was glad. How could I be? My daughter had just been tattooed with Yakuza symbols. I decided to just ignore everyone and continue planning on my next steps. When the next morning, Jacques and Cassie showed up to our house unannounced, I sent Kay upstairs before answering. What do you mean you're glad? Cassie was still yelling. Come in and I'll show you. That stumped them both. Like deer in headlights, they stared at me wondering what I had inside the house. I told them I wasn't lying when I said I was happy about the tattoos, and that I even got a special gift to thank them. All they had to do was follow me into the living room. You're scaring me, Jacques said, but I didn't respond. Simply took his hand and slowly led them inside. Past the staircase, past the stairwell where Kay and I kept our shoes, past the downstairs bathroom where Kay spent 4 hours crying last night. The more we walked, the more nervous Jacques and Cassie got, especially when they heard a sound coming from the living room. Is Kay in there? I can apologize. Cassie's voice was low, a total shift from the snarky attitude she'd had when I first saw the tattoo. It's not Kay, I responded. It's someone who actually wants to talk to you. I stared at my Jacques. The implication that his daughter doesn't want to talk to him again hung heavy in the air. We continued walking through the kitchen, and it's only when we got to the living room double doors that they put the 2 and 2 together. Please, you don't have to do this, Cassie started pleading. I'll shut my shop down. I'll relinquish parental rights, Jacques added. They literally put their hands together. Cassie was crying. I'm sorry. But it was too late for apologies. I told them exactly that. I opened the doors to the living room and watched their faces. It was even worse than they had imagined. What they saw was full story on channel linked below.